What's good, guys? It's your Greek Boy 7, and this is my review for Barbershop: The Next Cut. So Barbershop: The Next Cut is the third movie in the Barbershop franchise. Both shops have now combined together and working together in tandem, and are now dealing with a lot of issues that occur down in Southside Chicago. Now, before I get started, I want to just make it clear that I have not seen the last two movies of this Barbershop series, or I guess I should call it a trilogy now. I've just never really gotten into it before. I've never really, felt the need to watch them. But I've heard a lot of good things about this one, so I just decided why not go check it out. And I was very surprised. The cool thing is you don't actually have to see the first two movies to understand what's going on here and to get a feel for all the characters, the setting, all that kind of good stuff. You don't really need to see the first two movies for it, because the movie does a great job at kind of filling in the holes of what you may have missed from the first two, so that's pretty cool. The performances are great across the board. You got guys like Ice Cube, Common. Nicki Minaj is actually surprisingly pretty good in the movie. She didn't actually annoy me the entire time. She was pretty good. Tyga's even in here as a gang member, and he does a good job too. Like I said, across the board, the cast is solid. They do a really good job. And of course, because the movie is a comedy, is the movie funny? Hell yes, it is. This movie is hilarious. I was laughing almost consistently. I'm not gonna say that all the jokes landed. Some of them did kind of fall flat, but the writing is just so good and sharp that all these jokes really hit hard when they are delivered. I didn't actually have the time to look up his name, but this guy was hilarious. He made the movie for me. All the jokes he said were just hilarious. He's like that old grumpy guy in the barbershop, and he just says all these connections about how us new technology fangled people and our words that we use, I think it was Fleek that was used in the movie, and he says a really funny bit about it. He's great, loved him, he made the movie for me for sure. The really surprising thing about Barbershop is that I didn't just like it because it was funny. I actually liked it more because of what else it has to offer. This movie tackles a lot of issues that occur down in areas like Southside Chicago. Things like gun violence, things like gangs, drugs is even mentioned in here. The movie tackles these themes and tackles ways on how they want to change it. That's essentially what they try doing. They try to change the community and make it a better place for everybody. That's really cool. And besides the violence, it also tackles other topics like feminism, racism, and even ethnical issues that go around here in the States. It's really cool when a movie doesn't rely on just its comedy to make its worth. It does more than that, and Barbershop does it very well. The execution was terrific. The only gripe I could really say that I have with the movie is this sort of not really love triangle that goes on with some of the characters. I'm not going to say who, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this love triangle that happens in here, and I feel like it was just a little bit forced. I didn't think it was really needed here. That's the only gripe I have. It's kind of a little nitpick, to be honest with you. I'm just glad that the movie just has a lot of substance. It has a lot of things that it relies on to make itself good. Its humor, its messages, its very strong themes, even parenting. Parents are gonna love some of the themes that go on here about Ice Cube trying to raise his family in a place like Chicago with all this bad influences going around. He wants his son to grow up and, not be all violent, I guess. I was just really surprised. This movie puts a lot of different things into one and executes them very well. That's something a lot of movies have had trouble with this year. Some most notably like Batman v Superman. Only here, it does it very well. It's very cohesive, it's very smooth. It's a nice smooth transition from one thing to the other. At the end of the day, I definitely recommend checking this movie out. Even if you haven't seen the first one, it's not going to be a problem. You're still going to have a lot of fun with this movie. I'm going to say that with Barbershop: The Next Cut, the replay value is strong with this one. So guys, that takes care of my review for Barbershop: The Next Cut. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, this is your Greek Boy 7, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.